Goel, Chairman and Managing Director of IEX, now joins us. Mr. Goel, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Goel, let's first talk about the latest news flow. In Feb, the volume growth seems to be bouncing back. It is up 15%. Now, as we are headed into summer months when demand is obviously higher, are you likely to build on this entire uptick which is coming in your business?
Yeah, good morning. We have been seeing good demand growth this year. For this whole year, country as a whole, the demand growth has been almost about 7.6%. And volume growth on the exchange platform also has been almost around 14%. Month of February was good. And in the month of March also, we are expecting that demand growth will happen. First week, of course, was slightly dull because of the rains in the northern part of the country. But otherwise, we are expecting a good growth in the volumes also. April, May, June, these are 3 months where the demand is very, very high in the country. And we are also going to have elections in these 3 months. So we are expecting a high demand and good supply of power in the country. Because country has added generation capacity, almost about 20,000 megawatt was added in the last year. And there is comfortable fuel supply scenario. Gas prices also have come down. So I'm sure the gas generation also will be available. So we expect a good volume growth in the next year.
Right. Mr. Goel, great to have you on ET Now once again. Thank you so much for taking the time out and congratulations on that Feb data. Looks quite impressive.
Thank you.
Right. You know, the other thing that I also wanted to talk about, the recent news flow wherein, there's been allowing of long-term generator to sell unscheduled power in exchanges. Tell me how big of an impact could this have on your business?
Yeah, the notification made by Government Ministry of Power regarding sale of unrequisitioned power by the generating companies on the exchange platform. I must say that this is a landmark decision for development of power market in the country, because we have today almost about 150,000 megawatt capacity, which is under the PPA in the interstate generation, and almost about 8 to 10,000 megawatt capacity remains unrequisitioned. For example, these days in the northern part of the country, we have rains and the demand is slightly lower. So some of the capacities are remaining unrequisitioned, whereas in the southern and western part of the India, there is still high demand. So this unutilized capacity, when they are bidden on the exchange platform, this can be utilized by the other beneficiaries in the different part of the country. And I'm sure this is going to improve liquidity on the exchange platform on the sell side, and also availability of power to distribution companies at a competitive price. And this will definitely lead to growth in volume on the exchange platform also. It will be slightly difficult for me to assess the impact of it, but as we go along, then we will see what kind of volume growth this notification will lead to. But overall, it is going to be definitely positive for the exchange.
What about tariffs? Because, they've already fallen materially. Do you see tariffs heading now below 5.5 rupees because of additional volume? Or do you think come summer months and it will be back to 7 to 9 rupees range?
See, summer months, maybe for a month or two, the prices may go slightly high, maybe around 7 rupees, 7.5 rupees. But otherwise, for the year 23-24 also, our prices has been almost about 5 rupees 50 paisa for the year as a whole. And coming year, we expect the prices to be slightly, in fact, lower than this, because fuel supply is much better. Gas prices have come down. So overall, the prices are expected to be lower.
Now, are you working on a fixed price model, which is that irrespective of the price, irrespective of the demand shortage, you will get fixed price when it comes to your volumes?
Pardon?
Are you working on fixed price, sir, or your price or the spreads which you enjoy, that is variable? It changes with the demand.
No, see, the price on the exchange platform is a function of demand and supply. I can tell you, in a day, there are 96 time blocks, and we have different price for each of these 96 time blocks. Times in a day, during the morning and evening hours, the prices are as high as 7 to 8 rupees. but during the daytime, the prices go down to 3 rupees. So it is the average price which is seen, and this average price also varies from month to month.
I just wanted to also get in a sense from you, sir, on the overhang. CERC, ordered a pilot on the market coupling. The minister as well reiterating that this is going to be a reality. I wanted to understand from you, what has been the initial feedback from this pilot?
The CRC has issued order for doing a pilot study. I mean, I think this initiative is at the steady stage only, and they have directed NLDC to develop the software. Development of software is going to take significantly long time, and thereafter simulation study will be done. After getting the data results of the simulation study, thereafter a decision will be taken whether coupling is required or not. And thereafter, implementation process, all these things are quite time taking and going to take a lot of time. My sense is that one is that there is absolutely not going to be any benefit from the simulation results. And if at all it is decided, it is going to take a couple of years.
So the entire overhang of CRC coupling, which in a sense had impact on your stock a couple of months ago, can I say that that issue is sorted now?
Well, it is under the study stage. So, as far as I am concerned, I have been maintaining this stand right from the day that coupling does not make any sense and it is not going to yield any benefit to the consumers. So, as far as I am concerned, even for the study also, we are not going to get any result which will lead to a decision for coupling.
That impact your financials? Will you lose market share? Will that impact, if implemented, will that have an impact on your spreads?
Well, it may have some impact.
Can you define sum for us? What is that sum?
Difficult to quantify at this stage. I think as we go along, we'll have to see this.
Okay. But what was the last communication or the formal communication from the ministry? Because it is at pilot stage, it is at feedback stage.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you must have represented, your peers must have also represented, the ministry must have given you their view. So what was the last communication on this topic?
Last communication is ordered by the CRC, which was issued in the month of February, directing NLDC to do a pilot study. And nothing beyond that.
Go back to that first question. I'll rephrase it before we wrap. Your volume in the month of Feb were of 15%. Now the month of Feb A, it is not 30 days, it's 29 days. The summer months are coming, and instead of 28 and 29, there would be 30 and 31 days. That gives you additional 1 day more. So are we looking at least a 20 to 25% jump in volume because election, summer, and the momentum is back?
Yeah, definitely 20 plus.
Plus a 20 plus.
Growth of at least 20% plus.
30%.
30%. Okay, we'll flash it that you expect a 30% plus growth when it comes to summer months. If your volume is growing at 30% plus, and
No,
this
I said 20% plus.
Okay, 20. My bad, sir. I heard 30. 20%. If you grow at 20%, what kind of operating leverage benefits you will get? Because this will straight away add to your bottom line.
Yes. I think it should be somewhere around 25 to 30%.
Okay. And in general,
Operating leverage.
Okay. And in general, how would you map the comparative landscape for us? Because right now what IEX is, it's almost like a very unique business. I mean, it's almost like a virtual monopoly, if I may use that word. But given how regulations are moving and competition is intensifying, how do you see the comparative landscape moving for a company like IEX?
I think we are operating in a competitive environment right from the day one. Right from 2008, there are two exchanges which are operating. A third exchange also came in 2021, 22. So we are in that competitive environment, and in spite of that, we are maintaining our market share. The market share is something around 80 to 23% today, and we expect in this year 85% plus.
So really appreciate your time, Mr. Goel. Thank you for joining us. You patiently answer all our queries, and hopefully we'll get some clarity on this entire whole coupling issue when it comes to when it comes to IEX. Appreciate your time.